Man, oh man, am I excited. Whew, we do got our levels back up actually. I did get my first level 15. It's Evil Skelly Barrel. Oh my gosh, and it's been so much fun. So much fun dominating with cards that are over leveled. I have no idea how people who are over leveled have not gotten this high. Also, getting level 15 actually gives you 50,000, was it 50,000 XP? So it actually like leveled me up 2 times. Just enough for me to actually go up. Enough for me to go up to level 14, King Tower level 14. So awesome, man. Barbud, I have not seen Barbud in a hot minute. Alright, either way, the Dark Goblin should be enough. And man, I've been hooked on Merge Tactics. I think I said it last video, but so hooked on Merge Tactics. So today I do have a story. I actually do have a story today, and it has to do with pickleball players, man. And I think I've already said, showed my strong dislike towards pickleball players, because I think pickleball is awesome sport. But what I do not like about pickleball is how they always just take up like any space, man. They really just take up any space. Today actually, oh shit, alright, this is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be no bueno. But you know what? We love coming back. Because comebacks are what makes the game fun. Should I have logged? I should log. It's whatever. And we can always take that tower anyway. We can always take that other tower. But either way, as I was saying, I usually go out and play basketball with my younger brother or some friends, and dang, the other lane, that's crazy. Let's just try and defend that. But either way, as I was saying, there was a full line of pickleball courts, and I think I already talked about the layout of the basketball court in my previous videos. But if you don't know, the place where we play basketball is set up like this. There is a park. And over at the park, I think right here, there is a basketball court, but it's like this long. Two basketball courts, one on the very edge, and one on the very other edge. And there's a small mini half court, like right over here. So there's a small, what I'm trying to say is that there's two types of court, the half court and then the holy smoly. There is the half court, and then there is the two main courts. And I love the two main courts, man. The two main courts, so much fun, better to play with, because they actually have the big courts actually have a net, and then the small ones do not. So that's kind of unfortunate. So me and my brother, we love playing on the one net place with nets, because it has a net. If you play basketball, playing basketball with a net is so much better than not playing with a net. So as I was saying, we were playing, but then they were pickleball players, man. Pickleball players, somehow, for some reason, they always take up all the space on a basketball court, and we might be kind of cooked here. Let's try and go for other. Let's let that go, and let's try and take that side. But yeah, pickleball players always find a way to, it's devious. They always find a way to just take up all the courts. So then they took up all the courts, right? I think this game's done, yeah. But they took up all the courts on the main basketball court. So we went up to the small basketball court, the half court. And we saw a kid getting a private. What the heck? Was that a bunch of hearts? What the heck? Either way, there's a kid getting a private lesson in half court, and we're like, you know what? We low-key what the heck? Wait. Alright, that was kind of weird. But either way, yeah, there is a kid getting a half private lesson. Low-key, we weren't trying to interrupt the lesson, so we low-key, since we're kind, caring, considerate Samaritans, we look just let it go. We're like, you know what? It's fine. We will just let him play, and let's just let the private lesson kid play, and let's try and wait for the full court to clear up. So that's what we did. We waited for the full court to clear up. And then here's the thing. Here's the reason why the pickleball players were still playing. In the in the full court, main court, there's like 3 different pickleball courts, even though there's 2 basketball courts. So on these 3 basketball courts, 2 of them were being used by real pickleball players, and another one was being used by a mother and her child playing pickleball. And I'm like, all right, that's awesome, mother and child bonding time. But what wasn't awesome was how they were literally just playing without a net. They were just playing on they were just slapping the ball around. It was kind of a little bit annoying because they could have done that quite literally anywhere else. But I'm like, you know what? It's whatever. It's just they're having fun. They're having a good time. It's whatever. But it was a little bit annoying how they could have just went literally anywhere else to hit a pickleball. Hit a pickleball without a net, and they were just like slapping it over and over and over. A little bit annoying, but it's okay. They're having a good time, so it's fine. But then what did kind of tick me off a little was I asked them, hey guys, how much longer do you have? And they said, oh yeah, we have 40 minutes left. 40 minutes of just slapping the ball around. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So we waited. Unfortunately for us, the kid having the private lesson actually didn't have as long as we thought. Didn't take as long as we thought he would take. Ooh, that's rough. So that was pretty awesome. That was fortunately. So we did get to play a little bit on the mini half court. Okay, but here's the thing. After we played a bit of half court, a bit of space on the full court. A bit of space on the full court was left open. So we went over to the down to full court because like I said, that's the place with all the nets and all the good stuff. So we went down there. But unfortunately, what happened was, it's disgusting. You know, I've been stuck trying to tell a story about pickleball players for a while, but let's try and focus up your vines, boom, 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 and hopefully that does enough damage. No, okay, actually we did get a solid bit of damage though. All right, so Ryan are probably there. Yep, there we go. Okay, but the thing I'm trying to say is that the guy. So we finally got the court, right? We finally got the court, and we're finally playing. So the pickleball players were playing, and then suddenly this guy walks up, and as we're playing, because we're playing here, the space over here opened up, and there's a basketball court here. So we were using that court, and suddenly this like old, well, not really old, but then this middle-aged guy comes up, and mind you, before this, pickleball players at least in our place, they spend like ooh, what the heck? Okay, that's kind of what the heck? We won 17 HP, awesome. But yeah, these pickleball players, man, they spend so much time I don't even know, but they spend hours and hours and hours just occupying those courts and just playing pickleball for hours and hours and hours. So it's kind of weird when we came in and this middle-aged guy just walked over to us and he's like, hey, how much longer do we have? And I'm like, I've checked the clock and I'm like, all right, they might need it. So, hey, we only have like what, 20, 30 minutes. And this guy, a little bit annoying, but it's okay. He went like, he got a little bit frustrated and he rolled his eyes. And then you know what he said? Even though those guys, the pickleball guys, were because of them, we were oh my gosh, I'm a little bit frustrated. But what happened was, here's the thing: me and my brother were locked up on a little bit of the space of the court. But we used a little bit of the court in such a way that the pickleball players who wanted to play couldn't like really use the court. But we had around a three-point area radius to shoot around in. So as I was saying, we already didn't have that much space, and this guy wanted us to get out. So his genius solution, because he saw that we were just shooting the ball and playing a game, was, oh yeah, you guys should move over there. Now here's the thing. Here's how the pickleball courts are structured. Basketball court. I think I already mentioned that. But here's the thing. It's court. So there's a little bit of space. By little, I mean really little. I'm talking like a foot beyond the rim of the basketball hoop here. And there's that much area space to try and that much area space left over because of the pickleball players. So then he was like, go shoot over there. And I was like, I'm sorry. He said he was really vivid on this too. He's like, "Hey, you should really go over there and just hit because we are trying to hit." By we, he didn't even. He was just himself, man. It's just himself. It's kind of sad, but I'm like, nah. Because I'm a kind, considerate fella. I'm just kidding. I look, he didn't want to start a fight, so I'm like, oh no, it's okay. We'll stay here. And this guy again, he goes like, insane sigh, and he lets out an insane sigh again, even though whatever. He let an insane sigh and he's rolled his eyes and like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, we're sure. We'll stay here. So then what happened? What happened after? So we did actually get to play on the courts. We did play on the courts for a while. And then, there was another complaint. That was another complaint I wanted to say. Well, here's the thing. I was a little bit ticked off when the guy was rolling his eyes after I told him we'd be using the courts for 20 minutes, because the thing about these pickleball players, they literally just camp out the courts for hours and hours, and it gets really annoying because I'm not kidding, they spend at least 3 hours occupying all three courts. So it's really, really hard to actually try and play basketball at the courts, because here's the thing, the courts are meant for basketball, man. That's why there's basketball hoops. And then the pickleball lines, well, there were pickleball lines drawn at the basketball court, they were drawn later. So it ticked me off a little bit how you guys are fine with spending 3 or even more hours. Let's find that. Ooh, bad mind. 3 or more hours consistently playing a pickleball game, but you can't even wait 20 minutes for a couple, I don't know, for people like a third of your age to play basketball. I don't know, a little bit of talk. Took 10 minutes to try and get my message across, but yeah. See you guys tomorrow.